she's just an amazing person. I mean, every time somebody mentions her, I go, Andrea Shaw. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
I was a fanboy. I got a friend. I think you probably met him. He was up. He's working with John Simmons,
Okay.
Andrew's coach, her and her husband Tina.
Yes.
My man, Big Keith. He sent me this
Oh,
picture
that's
here. It should be up here in a second. There it is. He sent me this
yep.
picture. I told him, keep your hands off my girl. I love Keith, my brother. I love you, but you got your hands on my. I'm sorry. Oh, I just can't help myself. He made me so mad. But he's my brother. I love him. He's my brother, but he sits there saying, George, I got your hands around me. I got your hands around my girl. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, folks. I'm sorry, folks. Well, folks, we just have
I
a guest just
understand.
come in here.
Mhm.
And, usually I do this in the office, but we have a guest. She wants to say hello. So we have
Okay.
here Big Jane in the building.
Hey, how are you?
How are you,
We
Jane?
have you to love Miss Jane Akala, if I can say that, but I would say Big Jane. She worked with you with her posing,
Hmm.
and I think y'all know each other very well. So welcome,
Hmm.
Jane. How you been doing, Jane?
Hi.
Good, been busy with work, but I'm moving to Florida soon, so it's kind of busy right now. How you
Yeah,
guys?
yeah. So how long do y'all know each other?
How long? Maybe a year or more? I don't know.
So we compete at national together, remember?
Oh,
Hmm.
and so that's like 2 years now since 21, right?
Yeah.
Orlando. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
I know.
Yeah, it's awesome that these two went for two different reasons and found a bond and friendship. So Jane, what's that experience like? What's your when you think about Roxy? What comes to your mind when you think about her
Like, uh, like as competing or as a person?
as a person?
Well, I met her in a person. She really sweet. Always positive all the time. She doesn't talk, bad about anyone. You know.
And Roxy, how do you feel about Jane as a person?
Oh my gosh, I love Jane. I love her. I love her, especially like when we got to hang out.
Yeah.
When you got your pro card, just a few days after getting that pro card, we got to hang out in Florida. That was like I freaking love her. Like I wish we were just neighbors.
I know. We already spend time like not that long. Yeah. I wish we
Yeah,
can hang out more.
I know. You should come
Well,
here soon.
as you know, she's planning on going to the Olympia. Maybe because you're a little closer to the west to the Olympia. Maybe y'all can meet up there because it's gonna be 6th anniversary for the Olympia. It'd be great to see you there. And see y'all together, hang out, and y'all can have fun. Make it a girls' night.
Sure.
So,
I'm
like I
actually,
said,
hmm?
go ahead. Say.
I'm actually go to Las Vegas in 2 weeks. So
Oh,
I
Oh.
know.
like
Yeah.
it's ships passing the night, huh? Yeah. So, yeah. But Jane, like I said, we do appreciate you. You want to stay a little longer, and if you like, we have to guest you, but I might sit you around for a little bit because this is an interview between me and Roxy. I might bring you back in later if you want to come back in.
Okay, sounds good.
All right. All right.
Okay,
Appreciate you, Jane.
bye.
Bye.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
a great surprise. Oh
She
my
is
gosh.
she's a great lady. We were talking
Hmm.
because I was watching the the Toronto Super Show, and she asked my thoughts because the one lady who was competing, there was like between Ava Manello and Sheena Oleg, and I interviewed Sheena a couple of years ago. I even met her when I
Hmm.
went to Savannah when she last competed, and we were just having a debate. I didn't watch the wellness division. I'm just I'm gonna my crime is I'm a muscle person and and I'm still trying to get a handler division. I am kind of particularly interested in it because it's very I just but I'm trying to keep my composure with you because you're a wonderful lady. Take time here, I mean, but as you see, as you've been competing for a while, you work with people. Who do you work most? A lot of bikini and wellness, and also working on Andrea. Who do you like to work with the most?
I love wellness competitors. But then, I mean, are you talking about like clients or just people?
Yeah,
Okay,
in
yeah,
general,
with,
both clients in general.
I mean, I love working with Andrea. it's such an honor to always be in her presence. It's an honor for her. Um, we're in this. She asked me to be part of her team for her posing team, and that's why we get to see each other at least once a month. And she asked me was it last year at the Arnold or the Olympia? She asked me like during the expo. She's like, "Hey, so do you want to I think did she say post together or do you want to work together?" And I was like, of course. Like I didn't exactly know what she wants to work with me on, but I'm like, of course. I mean, how could you say no? And then I didn't realize she wanted me to teach people how to post under her wing.
Wow.
So yeah, so I'm just like, I can't believe this is happening. So I love working with her. I love working with her. I love working with John Simmons. And what's funny is I knew John Simmons way before I met Andrea. And he was the one I ran to 10 days before my first bikini competition. And I didn't have a coach. And I met him and I was like, can you help me? Like, what do I do? I know it's too late, but we did what we could. So it's funny that, it came like all full circle, just being together again, working together again and hanging out. So,
Yeah, I mean that's great. As you know, John's working with my man Keith, his wife Tina, and
mhm.
he's doing good work. I just interviewed a lady who just won at his show a while back,
Okay.
Abby Lopez. Abby competed
Oh,
at
yes,
the
Abby. Yes.
yeah, and she's a great lady. I have she's doing pretty good. I hope she be able to get a qualification.
Hmm.
This picture I love. I found this when I was you and Andrea. Oh, it's just, I'm sorry, I can't help myself. I think she's just amazing person. I mean, this is were you working with her on this pose, on her this week, her
No, I
posing?
don't work with her with posing. Like, I can't take credit for anything she does. But I was just working as a trophy girl for the John Simmons bodybuilding championships. So I was backstage with her. And so I was able to take that video of her. So,
Uh,
yeah.
Backstage Andrea.
Hmm.
I feel like Homer Simpson when he says donuts, donut. Yes. Yeah, I mean it's good. This is a while back. A lady who I know, we just did a little special while we did a little live stream. She signed in a new client for a bad rap company. That's
Mm.
Eunice, Martina's Kitchen. She was at the Olympia with Andrea, and Andrea, she did this for me, and this is why I am a total. I'm always gonna be a fanboy. I am, I just this woman just she took the time off to do this for me. And I gotta put into a frame one of these days.
Hmm.
But I'm like that Obama snowman. I love it and hug it. I name it George. So, and I think she's an amazing person. She's really um, brought a new level to the sport. As you know, if you look at it now, women's bodybuilding was like under a lot of issues. Like they're
Hmm.
trying to push it out. Shout out to one guy who saved it, Jake Wood. I got to do this every time I say his name. Yo, Jake, want that money? I want that gun. And
Mm.
and really, your division is really getting growing. Because I
Hmm.
know I saw Tyler Manning said now you got sponsors at Wolfpack for the IB shows, and does you think that really sponsorship does help as a competitor?
Yes, I believe so. Especially, whether it's sponsorship for just food, because we eat a lot of food, um, sponsorship for like money, just so we can, pay for our shows, pay for every day, like our coaching and, gym memberships, all that stuff. Like sponsorships definitely help. And it's pretty tough finding a sponsor, especially as an amateur, especially if you're not like an Instagram, what do you call this? Influencer and which it's like it's completely different. So but yeah, sponsorships definitely help.
Don't get me started. If there's one lady who I just mentioned talked about, because a friend of mine sent me a thing about her. If you know who she is, I'm not mentioning her name on my channel. They call her. She's supposed to be a doctor, but now she's under jail for some shit that she shouldn't have done. And the thing is that it should be people should be really think about what they do and how they act out here. How they want to be perceived. And
Hmm.
also, are you sponsored?
No, I'm not. I mean, I do have I'm a brand ambassador for a few things, but I'm not like sponsored like monetarily or anything like that. So I really have to work very, very hard. so so I can afford this lifestyle and I can afford competing. So
Yeah, because it is a lifestyle. Because you have to travel. The
yes.
cost, like you mentioned, food and everything like that.
Hmm.
There's so much to this. And even though, like I said, I don't do as much content on these divisions, I try to be is one of my things is one of my favorite movies is Batman Begins at the part where Liam Mason as Henry K. Rollins Gold Rules tells Bruce Wayne, beware surrounds of time, young Master Wayne. Never give a sure footing for a killing blow. And I try to be aware with these divisions. I mean, as you know, your division is still at the Arnold,
No, that's
and
right.
yeah, I know he kicked out. I know. Hey, I grew up. I used to fan of Arnold. I used to love like the Terminator and Conan and others and the Dr. Tuma and that. But I'm just not a fan of what he has pushed out. I'm saying y'all ladies have a place because your division is very more in the mindset of most people aesthetically pleasing. But people will often, I've heard people talk, shame you for being fit. And that's
Hmm.
crazy. Why? It's usually it's guys that like me with boobs and can't even bust a grape, who are talking about you ladies.
I think it's just different, especially like society nowadays. It's like they glorify, you know, unhealthier practices compared to trying to just be healthy. I mean, granted, bodybuilding isn't really a healthy sport. You have to admit. But at the same time, it's like just wanting to be healthy or wanting to, you know, like eat better, just like the basic things, wanting to eat better, wanting to be more active. It's like we are definitely shamed more rather than, someone who isn't, right? So that's pretty unfortunate just because, like, I mean, growing up, I was overweight. I had my own struggles and I was like 100 pounds more than my classmates growing up. So I understand the struggle. I understand that, um, the things that you have to go through, the bullying and all that. But at the same time, I never thought that it should be okay to stay where I was, especially if I see like my family members get very sick, right? For being unhealthy. So it's pretty sad how society nowadays would rather glorify, the more body positive stuff, which isn't really positive. It's like let's just make healthy being normal, in my opinion. You know, don't ostracize people who try to be healthy
And
because
then there's the
everyone
flip,
needs to try.
and there's the flip side of it. This guy's like saying they see you say, "Hey, Roxy, yeah, you the thunder. Can I be the lightning?" Guys, guys. I think, especially in the bodybuilding world, there is so few who were like someone like Andrea, who's very attractive. In my opinion, Jane's attractive woman. You're attractive
Hmm.
woman. Some guys can be a little bit like that's why every time I do these interviews, I say, guys, hey, like don't send the D pics because the fact is, y'all, it's one thing you have to deal with the people